And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL ESEA Pro League here for North America, heading into our next match for this evening. 2 out of 6. We're about to jump into compLexity's second match for tonight. They're going to be playing against Winterfox. Winterfox, of course, as we all know, is the team that has been having some struggles recently due to the fact that they've had those 3 players playing from Europe and the high ping kind of messing with them a bit. But from what I've been told, that should be over very, very soon. And also, they've got a film that still is playing with them tonight, as far as I'm concerned, and he's in the roster right now. He's in the server, so I would assume he's going to be joining them once again tonight. Due to Pitt's internet issues, Flowsick is going to be jumping into the team.
Yeah, which, I mean, Flowsick's been playing. He's played in the professional division before in the past, and he's been a pretty solid player, but also the big thing is just alleviating some of that pressure of some of those European players, the high pings, just giving him one more guy who can be a little bit more effective. So that could help him out, alleviating some of the requirements for Lex and Anger to really step up in this kind of a situation. But the big thing for me is compLexity is going to have to bounce back, because that was a heartbreaking match for them to lose, having themselves with such an advantage. They went up 6-3 playing 4-on-5, and they can't close it out, which is really unfortunate. Warden was playing like an animal. He was doing really, really well. So moving into this one, I'm sure they're going to be feeling a little bit easier going against Winterfoxes, who's at the bottom, who has all those issues. So this is a map, though, where Sempus with that op, him and Automatic, if they're going to do those double op setups, are going to have to be effective on the defense.
So the thing is, though, is with Winterfox, regardless, they've had matches versus Follow eSports, and Winterfox have been able to handle them pretty nicely. But even with that ping disadvantage, last night specifically, when Winterfox were able to play in their matches, we were still seeing, with specifically just looking at like XP3 as one example there, XP3 was actually doing a fantastic job last night, despite the ping as an opper for this team. So I don't think it was hurting him too much, and I think he was either first or second fragging for his team. So they've been looking very strong. Flowsick got added to the mix, and he was doing a really good job. And then the two normal roster players that are from North America natively and that have been playing here are still doing very good as well. Lex and Anger. Anger specifically has been going absolutely ham over the past few days. So I don't think it's necessarily going to be like a scotch free as a lot of people think it is for Winterfox with those players from Europe.
I actually had a chance to hang out with Lex and Anger this weekend. Got to see them a little bit. Yeah, they're keeping their spirits high despite all the issues that have been going on. But still, you can tell it's kind of starting to wear on them. But they've got some cool things coming, and hopefully that situation will be resolved as quickly as possible. But either way, I mean, this is going to be a tough map for them, just because with those pings, it's just so op heavy. If they can't keep ops out of compLexity's hands, I mean, with those high pings, it's just going to be a little bit of a disadvantage. Trying to peek into an op who has an angle, and then you have that extra disadvantage of the high ping. So that's going to be the thing. They're going to have to control this game economically and see what happens. And the other worrying thing for Winterfox is, especially with a new member in the lineup, sometimes on this map you can fall into prey of just having those easy to throw smokes over at that A bomb site. And if you just fall into a cycle of executing onto the A bomb site and it's not successful, you can just get beat up.
And for compLexity there too, obviously, as we go live into the knife round, by the way, folks, we're going to jump right into it here in a very crucial knife round, I think, for both of our teams, as they want to start off onto that CT side and get that advantage right from the get-go. But overall, seeing, let's bring up Warden again here too, as we saw him performing very well. Dropped off a little bit there towards the end of the match just due to all the issues that compLexity was having, but Warden actually kind of a surprise factor here so far, as an addition to the compLexity roster. Has been doing very well, surprisingly, considering he's normally the coach role, as already mentioned.
Yeah, but he's been gaming lately. He's been hitting the DMs. He's been 10-manning just every single night, with all these players that are playing in the professional division. So he's warmed up and ready to go, and he's probably loving this time to actually play on the squad instead of just coaching from the sidelines. Because he does, and that might be also a reason we saw in Dust 2, they fell into like a really stale T side where it was like a lot of emphasis over towards that B bomb site. And I think that might have been the issue of Warden. Instead of just being able to focus on calling, he's having to focus on fragging, which he was doing really, really well. And on top of that, try and read the defense at the same time. So maybe just a struggle to adjust back into that kind of a situation.
And we can see here, too, as we get started with the pistol on compLexity with a 4-man push going over here into the back holes into apartments here. Anger will be the one that has to try and stop that, and we'll see just how well he does it as they push right into this. Next couple shots here initially, but is going to end up falling back there and lets them push their way in. The call comes out, too, but not a lot of rotation coming off just yet. However, they play over towards Cat. Flowsick picks up the opening kill, but Automatic and Sempus are going to have 2 more to respond to it as the rotations come in. Automatic is going to be able to find another one for compLexity here as he chucks down XP3, and we're just down to 2 players left from Winterfox that were on the rotate before, so it's not going to be looking too good on this retake. All this time for compLexity to get themselves into post plants, too, and there's going to be Sempus before Devilwalk can even get himself into the picture. Sempus has already killed one of the last 2 players, so there's not really a whole lot left for him to do, and more than likely we're going to be looking at compLexity closing out this pistol round in their favor.
Yeah, it looked decent for Winterfox there, and then just 3 kills stream in the compLexity's favor. A nice pinch onto that B bomb site, catches the defense off guard. So they overrun Winterfox's at that bomb site. and it's just a win from there. So compLexity starting out really, really well with that first pistol round, and I don't think we're going to see any kind of an investment into the second round from Winterfox. It's actually Anger, they are actually going to upgrade into some Deagle armor. Anger picks up a 5-7, so does Flowsick, but Devilwalk and XP3 especially, if he's going to be opping, you can see he has $1,200, so he's going to try and save up, so come in that fourth round, he can have an op no matter what.
But for the players on compLexity now, pushing their way in, again, just pretty straightforward as far as the actual take is concerned. 4 moving in from one angle, 5th moving in from another here, and it's going to be 4 at the T-ramp, but there's just no defense here, unfortunately, for Winterfox. They took the gamble, and it's not going to pay off at all, so I don't even know if they'll even attempt the retake or look for too much of an aggression at this point. So the plan will come out, and it'll be trying to line up for exits potentially, but that's about all they're going to be able to do now since they missed the gamble over there on the B site.
Yeah, no reason to lose these weapons. You have the armor, you have the upgraded pistols. Just take them forward into the next round. See if you can gamble one more time. See if you can find some success that way. But this is going to be a free win for compLexity. Don't give up any kills to these Mac 10s. Give them more money in the bank. You see Warden's got one. Valence has one as well. And Valence is going to start chasing. Devilwalk's really the only member of Winterfox who's in a position to get taken out. He's over in CT spawn just up watching for someone to crawl through the murder hole, but no one's really obliging him.
We can see they're back over by CT spawn. There's at least one player, Valence, is going to screw around. There's a couple taps, so Devilwalk is going to be aware of his presence, and they might move in to check him in a second, but the bomb's going to blow up, and we actually do see one player going down to the explosion, I believe, and that's going to be Sanks and ends up getting dropped. No natural kill coming out from Winterfox, so they will lose one player at least due to an odd circumstance, but beyond that, no real action is going to occur, and Winterfox will keep all 5 of those upgraded pistols in play here for the next round.
Yeah, I think that's a really small mistake to make on the compLexity side, just losing one player for no reason. But you know, you could see Devilwalk was in that position. Winterfox was trying to bait him over with some shots towards the B bomb site, see if compLexity could get sucked into chasing down those kills. But they don't oblige, and either way, compLexity set up one more time over at this A bomb site. This time they're being a little bit more patient about it. Warden's going to scout out over towards B, sees one jumping. I would imagine any minute we're going to see this compLexity hit. These members just start walking up the A ramp. It's the same gamble from Winterfox over at the B bomb site, and once again, it's not going to pay off.
And even some noise being made here by Warden, too, as we already saw, just to try and throw the illusion a little bit better that they might be here. Devilwalk trying to creep back in here and catch some of these guys off, maybe, as he might get a little bit more aggressive moving in, considering they're going to buy up in the next round. Anyway, wouldn't hurt to save the armor and whatnot, but actually Flowsick picks up the opening kill. He's going to drop Semphis, and now the smokes come in. So they're going to be able to get in through connector at least, and Flowsick now armed with the AK, but I highly doubt they're still going to want to continue aggressing this one. They're going to want to try and keep that AK alive here going into the first gun round, as that's going to save them quite a pretty penny. But again, some more damage coming up on these guys. They bring Sanks and Automatic down very low, but there's Flowsick getting caught out. Flowsick did get a kill with his nade as he tosses it back in there, but Devilwalk still holding this corner, looking for the headshot. He can't find it. Valence shuts him down. Warden finding another one here too, and Valence going for the reload, but thankfully Anger, given enough time there, he's going to take out Valence before that can happen. Lex moves in. He gets another kill as well, and they actually finish it off, but unfortunately there's not enough time, but they're going to scavenge 2 AKs for free. And although we see compLexity in the third point in the world, economically this is a huge victory for Winterfox.
Yeah, and that's we saw this happen in just the last matchup on Dust 2. Just compLexity at certain times getting really, really hyper-aggressive, chasing for kills. You know, at the end of rounds that they've already won, and they lose 5 members there. So despite winning the first 3 rounds, I mean, they have to rebuy so much, going back to even Sanks just dropping a weapon on that bomb plant. So their economy is pretty beat up for the fact that, you know, they got out with only 1 member dying on that second round. They lose all 5 there. That's huge. Now we have a double opposite of XP3 and Devilwalk both with an AWP. One's in mid-window, that's XP3, and Devilwalk's got his over towards the A bomb site.
The rest of compLexity, again, splitting themselves up a little bit more of a dynamic play this time around here. 2 going to be working their way into the A site to try and sell a fake, but there's XP3 already shutting down the Palace player. Semphis gets decked to the floor, and I believe that's the op, but they did have one in play. That's going to get dropped here now, too, so unfortunately, big gun from compLexity already falling by the wayside here. And Anger ready inside the apartments, very pushed forward at this point. He even gets the smoke, too, so the 3 that are going to end up pushing in if they still decide to go for it, which I think they might because A side has gone better. Anger's going to completely avoid this, but he misses an opening opportunity, picks up one, looking for a second on the Sanks. Sanks to fully commit, finds a kill anyway, and now he's going to try to get a third, but fortunately for Automatic, he's going to run out of ammo, and he has to switch guns there, but Flowsick comes right back into the play. The molly comes out, and Automatic can't even push forward off of this. He has to fall back.
Yeah, that smoke was a giveaway. There was some huge aggression, but no one's really backing Flowsick up at the B bomb site, so he's got to be good. He gets this first dink onto Warden, doesn't take the kill, but nade comes out. That does eventually find Automatic, and he cleans up Warden right at the end. Nice defense. Anger so aggressive, so pushed up. When they start running through the smoke, he gets 2 kills, but that also buys time for Flowsick to rotate into a good position. Nice defense from Winterfox. They get their first round, and because of all those kills that compLexity suffered in the last round, I mean, they have to save immediately now.
And overall, the sort of rounding result that came out there from that round, and we could potentially see a couple Techno Armor vibes here from compLexity, but it looks like, no, they're Still haven't moved left the buy zone for some reason, but it doesn't really look like they're going to buy anything at all for the most part here. Automatic with a P250 and a flash and smoke, but there was a couple players sitting around 4.6k, but I don't think they want to push it. They want to get that op back and play as quickly as possible. So I believe that's the reason they've opted to go for a very, very preservative round here. But yeah, playing it a little bit too slowly. Didn't really seem to be a commitment there in the apartments. Obviously the smoke was a big key, but they didn't really know how push forward Anger or anybody else was going to be in there, so it just seemed like a little bit of hesitation and Anger, which is able to absolutely unleash and hold that for as long as he did. Now the rest of the complexity, though, they're going to try to work their way out into this site. Warden finds one initially, but Devilwalk's there for the trade. Lex spotting a lot more of them, and here we go, just cleaning up shop now at this point. 2 more kills, goes in their direction. Lex comes out. Sempus actually is going to grab a headshot there, and that's going to shut him down. And also there, another kill comes out from Flow6, so it's left into a 2-on-1. Automatic now picking up an AK, though, so he could work this, but nope, going to run into the wall there, and that's going to be Anger as he shuts him down, and Winterfox do end up coming out on top once more.
Surprising amount of damage taken by Winterfox is there for the investment that Complexity had, so you could even say without a plant, that's kind of a win for the terrorist side. Dropping 3 members, and also, I mean, they lost the op on XP3. He was the first one to fall down, so they don't recover that AWP. He's got to reinvest if he wants to buy an op in this round, and he does. So back to the double op setup despite losing it. And Complexity's got a pretty solid buy. Sempus now has the AWP as well. He's taking that towards mid, going to try and grab an angle into the window, but XP3 was a little bit late getting there because of the drop over to him, so he hasn't peeked quite yet. There he is. I think Sempus spotted him. It was a nice pop flash to allow XP3 to grab this position, though.
Lex is going to go over here towards Underpass and rewards himself with a kill off of that one. Sanks just gets decked down to the ground. They're going to take him down. And now we can see here from Lex and XP3, these two guys here, and taking a look at Flowsick as well. The nades are going to get tossed out. Won't really connect too much damage here, but Flowsick falls back. Warren as well picks up another frag there on the way in, so Complexity start off a little bit rough there as Lex picks up the kill, but now they're coming back in a big way as Warden just rushing through these guys with frags left and right. They've got mid control. The big problem is going to be getting out of here, and thankfully the bomb is kind of away from the rest of these guys, but Lex actually pushed forward in a great position. Could be rewarded. Gets one, sprays them both down. Automatic and Warden are both going to fall to this one, and now Winterfox get right back into the control situation for themselves. Still going to be one back over there in the middle, but that gets shut down, and Lex runs right back over. He's going to grab a 4K this round, and what a round from Lex.
Yeah, big start to this game from Lex. Early on, already up to 7 kills, like you said, 4 kill in that round, holding down the defense. Once that Molotov expired, he was in a really tough spot. He couldn't fall back anywhere. He was committed to that fight, and he mows 2 of them down. No trade comes out for Complexity. They're going to be back onto a save round, and still double op setup for XP3 and double op.
Complexity again, unfortunately, onto that broken economy, so not a whole lot they're going to be able to invest into this round. Tech 9s here and there, P250s, and again, it's the same story, so expect this one to be an easy one for Winterfox. You recall her hark back, of course, to that previous eco round for Complexity, where they did manage to get a surprising amount of damage back off, so I wouldn't say that it's going to be a completely easy round with 5 men alive for Winterfox, but now with all this money backing them up and all this utility too on the Winterfox side, should make it a whole lot easier than it was last time, and for Complexity, they've got to hope that they can get lucky on the way in with those headshots. As if not, they're going to get mowed down right from the beginning of this one. And Winterfox, they already see it. The nade stack comes in, and it's not even a fix. The big rotation's going to come in. They do give them a little bit of room to breathe, and Flowsick off the site there, too, just to check things underpass. But now Lex is already picking up one, looking for more inside the smoke. Sanks actually pushes through and gets to the safe corner, but Flowsick spots it, so he's able to push through. Very quickly takes him down. The rest are hanging back. They might actually be able to grab the plant as they've been given a whole lot of control, and automatic bursts through as well to pick up another kill. But Sempus, although he will grab one, too, never really getting too good control of the site there, and obviously Winterfox just playing it back, waiting for the smokes to fade out, plays it nice and easily, and shuts it down with only 2 deaths in their way.
Yeah, that bomb took a long time to get started for the plant, so actually the smoke's cleared before the bomb gets planted, and Winterfox is able to prevent that completely. And they just let that execute happen. A bunch of members were smoked off. They don't get too aggressive trying to retake the bomb site, giving up the plant if it was going to go down and just playing for the retake, but they're able to mow everyone down as the smoke's clear. So Complexity, they invest a lot, but they don't get that plant. Now all 5 members grouped up towards the bottom of A ramp, no one even in palaces whatsoever. There's a little bit of an opportunity here. Huge mid-control out of Winterfoxes. They have no one at the A bomb site right now, but now they're going to start turning their attention around.
And as they roll back in there again, Complexity just taking a little bit too slowly. They were still trying to get those smoke setups, but Winterfox not really established as of yet. They're still trying to move their players into positions. They've got themselves there now, but they've got 2 stuck over here inside of jungle, and Warden as well. Takes out Devilwalk back over by Ticket Box there, so it's not really going to be too secure here of a hold from Winterfox. The smoke setup is good again. The flash comes in from these players here as Valence pushes forward, and Sempus watching out for that flank too. Takes down Flow6. The hold is just not going to be able to maintain itself here from Winterfox. They get knocked out left and right. Anger at the very least shuts down Valence as he tries to push into window room, but now Automatic's going to come in, trying to finish the job on Anger. Can't succeed in doing so, so he just falls back outside to watch for a push from Cat. And there we have it. Sanks finding another kill on XP3, and Sempus will finish the job on Anger there to take him down. Good clean round for Complexity. Almost the team ace. Automatic, unfortunately, doesn't get a piece of the action. But now they're going to get another round onto the board finally and tie things up.
Really nice pick from Warden onto Devil Walk behind that phone booth, takes out that AWP, and without a presence over at Ticket Booth, the bomb site, I mean, it's free reign for compLexity, so they eventually just choke that round out. Win it in the long run, up onto Semphis. Devil Walk's back on his as well, but these smoke executes over towards the A bomb site have kind of been neutralizing Devil Walk pretty well. This time, though, the A defense is going to be a little bit more aggressive. Jump up onto the boxes. They're playing close up this time instead of far back for a retake. That's XP3 inside the A site. And 3 members for compLexity already over here starting to posture up the ramp.
As they work their way slowly up there and wait for their opponents, of course, their teammates, I should say, to actually make their entry back over here on that B site. Anger pushes inside once again with this aggressive smoke that he's going to plop forward. Obviously, compLexity learning a lesson from this one this time, but they get challenged back over here on T-ramp before they can actually push into that site. So they're not going to spot the bomb just as if yet, and Valens will thankfully get a trade after XP3 finds that kill. XP3 found himself still a little bit too far committed out from that undercarriage area, but not going to be able to finish things off there. He gets shut down. And for the rest of compLexity, they are going to decide to pull away from this A ramp push initially and move most of their players back to either move in through mid and get on the cat from there, or just go directly inside of the apartments and make a take. But could be a switcheroo too, because they're still trying to figure this one out. They've gone in, but they've also changed their path and are looking like they may just end up going back over to the ramp anyway.
Yeah, might have faked themselves out a little bit, but you can see Winterfox has no idea what's coming right now. They do put 2 more people back into the A-bomb site. That Trey cleared it out. But Flowsick in middle, he's been trying to gather information. He hasn't spotted anyone. This is going to be a pinch onto that A-bomb site. An automatic coming up the connector. He could have free reign to do whatever he wants. All he has to do is get by Flowsick on catwalk. Here it comes up the A-ramp. Lex is under balcony. He's going to have a big role to play. But Devil Walk bails him out with the first kill. Lex grabs the second one. That's the bomb down. Still 1 member at the A-ramp. 1 coming up connector. This is looking good for the defense so far. Can Semphis find anything instead of if he pushes into the site with a CZ, grabs that kill on Lex. He's at least going to get the bomb planted. He's got a 1-on-2. But there's one peeking up from CT spawn. That's Devil Walk. He gets to take his time with the pistol. The bomb does go down, but Winterfox is going to win it.
Yeah, and obviously a pretty good opener there from Winterfox. A bit unfortunate that it gets traded out, but yeah, compLexity still had a sort of veiled illusion that entire time. So Winterfox just had to go for a default split after they lost one of their players and keeping 2 players in the vicinity of either site, not really having a whole lot of info. So compLexity could have taken that either way. Unfortunately, they just go directly for the take back onto the A site, and things don't really pan out that well as they try to work their way back in there. So it gets shut down, and Winterfox will once again mount the advantage for themselves. Reestablish their economy here, too, as you can see from the money they got right now. That was definitely somewhat on the edge, but at the very least, they're going to hang on to it here. Same story for compLexity at this point in time, as they're still going to be able to afford another buy, but it's going to be somewhat limited here, and if they end up dropping this one, they're probably going to have to save.
Nice nade down A-ramp, does a little bit of damage on the Warden, down to 66 HP, but once again, all of compLexity geared to just burst up this ramp. Here comes the execution. Devil Walk behind phone booth once again. He's got that AWP that he's favored this whole half, but the take is on, and all of Winterfox is blocked out by these smokes.
And Devil Walk is going to find the opening shot back over there from within CT. Shuts down Valens. That's going to eliminate him as they work their way in here. XP3 with another headshot on the Semphis out of nowhere. Automatic still working something for the T-side inside connector, but Lex is going to be there quickly to shut it down. Lex moves up, catches another one on top of the platform, and the final one there. Lex is going absolutely crazy. That's another 3K round for him, and he sits leading the team by a big margin at this point with 14 frags. The next highest player is Anger down at 8.
Yeah, Lex is going nuts, and this is the thing about these takes onto the A site from compLexity is that Winterfox is finding a lot of success early on before compLexity makes their way into the site. So they're getting kills as the terrorist team enters and executes this attack, and that allows them to play for the retake. That forces Automatic to get a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more early than he'd like into that connector, and he gets eliminated. And from there, Winterfox only has to focus on the ramp. So this is a nice defense being put together so far. No plant. compLexity's forced right back onto a save, this time heading over towards the B-bomb site.
And for Lex, once again, now going to check things out over here towards middle and underpass to see if he can catch anything there. Won't be happening. Flowsick firing some shots over there into the apartments, too. And compLexity, of course, had to play this very carefully because of that aggression that had been coming out from Anger so often inside of the apartments here. They don't want to take on this, and they've got plenty of smokes who want to hold this as well. Flowsick just came in there and re-smokes it even deeper in there, so compLexity, they're basically going to have to force right through, so they want to try to make a take. And they're not shifting over towards the A side or anything such as that, so it just seems like they might end up going for this, and overall here with the setup for Winterfox right now, it's going to be brutal if they do decide to just go directly in without any further change-ups here to the strategy.
Yeah, as soon as Anger spots one, Flowsick's got a Molotov just ready to be deployed, and here it comes. He hears the footsteps. He throws out the Molly. They're going to have to run through it. He's going to be able to scram as they come jumping out the window. He can't get that kill, though. Anger's in some trouble. Sprays one down. Lex is on the rotate, but Anger's following, and so is Flowsick. So all of a sudden, this B bomb site is open just a little bit. XP3 is already rotated to the bomb site. The compLexity players are so low, and Lex is able to just come up catwalk and clean some people out, but Winterfox is taking a lot of damage right now.
Absolutely, and it brings it on to 2 players. Thankfully, Lex comes in. Again, another 3K from him to close it out. That's if the scoreboard's right now, he's up to 3Ks, and that probably being a 4th at that point. But he's going absolutely crazy. He picks up another big round there to save his team and bail them out there. But again, that's another good eco round there, too, for compLexity. It's the second time now where they've been able to impact about 2 to 3 kills there, and almost able to squeak through with the plan. It doesn't happen that time, but getting very, very close indeed. So Winterfox is going to have to watch out for that, as their economy is not secure as of yet here at this point either. And thankfully, this round here from compLexity, that complete save from them, they're going to go right back into another big buy round as well.
Lex is having himself one hell of a match. He's going to keep building on it. There goes Warden. Not able to get a second, but Anger's there to bail him out. They get 2 kills here. This is good trades. It's such strong mid-control. And now they know exactly where the last 2 members are. There's flowSick and XP3 both playing on Catwalk. It's just Devilwalk on the A bomb site, so compLexity has been stopped cold.
And there we go. Winterfox shuts it down once again, and as well, a nice little stat tidbit coming in from our statsman at this point, too. Just in this half, this is Lex's 3rd highest frag total throughout 10 maps this entire season so far in ESEA.
Yeah, he's been going nuts. He's 18-5 right now. He's in hard carry mode, and he's had some really, really impactful rounds. Also, compLexity has only won 1 gun round. That came in round 8. Other than that, it's been a clean sweep from Winterfox. So compLexity struggling ever so much on their gun rounds. And once again, we saw them struggle a little bit on their T-side on Dust 2 as well. And right now, they're just running into a brick wall. That's Lex, who's really not in the mood to lose any more matches this season.
Absolutely, they want to, and they can't really afford to. I mean, when you look at their record at this point, I think they're sitting at like 2-6 or something around there. So they can't really afford it. They're almost dead last in the league at this point. They might actually be in last place right now. So they've absolutely got to try and swing back some of these matches if they want to have a hope of contesting for one of the spots here at LAN. But there we go. To open it up, it's a trade 1-for-1. XP3 up on top the steps though. It's another kill that goes back over there on the Valence. So they keep the advantage for now. But coming in there, Anger and Semphis are going to pick up a couple more kills. Anger finds one, as does flowSick, and they're going to bring it down. Sanks escaping for more. So again, some good damage being done. But Winterfox still end up coming out on top.
Yeah, the big key is, once again, there's no plant. Even though they get into the bomb site, they get those 3 kills. Winterfox, those rotations are just applying so much pressure that they're stopping the plants from coming down. I would imagine with Warden on the other team, with Warden on this compLexity side, we're going to see a 4-1 either this round or the next, where 4 members execute onto the bomb site, and the bomb just goes over towards B halls all alone, just to kind of try and sneak a plant and maybe get a cheeky round win. But either way, Winterfox holding on strong still. Devilwalk's got the Anger with the AWP over in mid, the angle, excuse me. And they have complete mid-control. Lex has cleared out underpass as well.
And for Winterfox again, after initially checking out middle there, flowSick sticking around on a cat just in case that pressure comes in over towards the B site. Pretty much the same exact setup they've been working this entire half so far. flowSick sitting ready on cat. He's got the molly. Anger's going to be the call man there for when the push comes in, so he's ready to use that one. And then they're also going to keep Lex. He's watching middle in case underpass action or just directly top mid into connector action ends up pulling through. And for the rest of the guys, they're just on the site, ready for the push. And here they go. Now the smokes come in. Will they commit? Question. It does look like they are. The number 7 player there, Semphis, mainly watching out for a flag to try and get an early kill here, but they're letting them move in for the most part. Lex hugging that corner, though, already has the bomb on the ground. While pushing in, Sanks has been heavily lit. Thankfully, Sanks gets a big advantage, but at the cost of Lex picking up another kill. At the same time, Automatic's going to come in. He finds 2 more frags. flowSick and Devilwalk are going to get dropped at this point, so XP3 and Anger are going to be the final 2 alive. They got some nice damage, though, and XP3 is going to light them back up. Sanks down to 3 HP, but it's all in the hands of Anger at this point. He's been doing good on that B site. Hasn't had a chance to shine just as of yet, but now this is going to be it. He's going to have to come out in a huge way to clutch it out for his team to keep them in a very large advantage, but no. Semphis comes right around his back, shuts him down, takes him out, and compLexity finally are going to be able to win a gun round.
Yeah, nice flank from Semphis. He just slow plays it. And I mean, that flank would have done absolutely nothing if Automatic just doesn't go on a tear and get a couple kills. They got stalled out of that hit, and then it's just Automatic just opens things right back up for him. Lex with another, nice 2 kill in a really, really tough spot. But Warden, as the entry, he must not have realized he had the bomb, because he turns that corner and puts it in a very, very tough spot to recover for the terror side. But they're lucky Automatic came out with that huge play.
And for compLexity, now we're going to go back over towards the B site and see if they can make some better progress here. The money from Winterfox, and keep this in mind too, despite having all of this victories in a row and just getting this huge round lead against the players here from compLexity, their money was not in the best spot. And here in the last round, they're stuck on a 5-7 and a Deagle to work with at this point too. However, opening it up, Anger's going to get some good kills out there. flowSick as well lines up that molly. That's going to finish him off. Automatic at the very least picks up the 1 kill, but Anger's still alive and well there. And Semphis finding that kill into Anger finally brings it down to just Semphis at 6 HP. The pop from flowSick along with that flash. Great teamwork once again from Winterfox. And now the last player just gets shut down from flowSick. The op shot comes out, takes down Automatic, and they're going to end it 10-5 in their favor.
Yeah, really, really nice half put together by Winterfox, only dropping 2 gun rounds. That's huge. So if compLexity doesn't win that pistol round, then they just have, I mean, they more than likely end that half, 12-3. No real success for them whatsoever. So nicely done from Winterfox, but now they've got to switch over to the terrorist side. It is a pretty CT-sided map, so not a terrible half overall in terms of the round score from compLexity. And on this defense, it's going to be, Sempus with that op. We saw how much damage Devilwalk and XP3 could do with it. They were holding strong. And is Lex going to be able to continue that tear, that pace that he was on in the first half? Is he going to bring that into the second half? Because if he's able to find those kills, able to get entries for his team, that's going to be huge.
Another factor, too, that I'm really interested to see how it pans out here in the second half is Anger as well getting a little bit more of a chance, because, to be honest, there wasn't a whole lot of B-play going on, and when it did happen from compLexity, it was basically in the face of Anger, so he was doomed to die, or at the very least get a 2-for-1 trade in most of those occasions anyway, so I don't think he really got a good opportunity to show his strength, but he was still looking pretty consistent. I mean, we had that one crazy round where he pushed through, found those 2 kills, and bought, 10 to 15 seconds for Flowstick to rotate into position, so those guys, Anger overall here on the T side, I've got some good feelings that he's going to be able to perform very well as well, and compLexity have to keep that in mind, that these guys are on fire at this point, and they're not to be underestimated despite the pings on the rest of their guys.
And we do have a little bit of a substitution. It looks like Roka, who's playing at Fragadelphia, found a computer to free up, so he's going to join. Warden's going to rejoin the server as a coach, and Roka's going to come into the starting lineup for the second half on the CT side.
It'll be interesting to see how he plays that out there from there, because they've been having some problems, as I understand it, this weekend at Fragadelphia with their internet, so that might prove more troublesome than it's worth. We'll have to see, but...
I mean, Roka's just such a strong force to have. Just a sick aimer. The question is he going to be... I mean, he's not coming in cold either. I know he just played a match at Fragadelphia, so he's warmed up, he's ready to go. That'll be interesting to see how he comes in and add some firepower to the defense, but compLexity's going to have a big half here.
And another big note there, too, that came in from our stats man, that was so far, I'm not sure if it was the best, but I'm pretty sure it was. It was the first time that Winterfox had been able to actually get a total of 10 rounds on their CT side, so more than likely that leading into the fact that that was their best CT side so far in this entire season of Pro League.
That's pretty nuts, and that just highlights some of the issues they've been having throughout the season. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but good to see them have that success early. A little bit of a gamble here from compLexity. 3 members over towards the B site, but they're going to cheat it just a little bit. Sanks and Valens have pushed up on Catwalk, so full mid control between those two and Semphis. So now they can stack over at the A-bomb site. So there's actually 3 members here. Valens is going to be on a really quick flank, and Roka holds him back. It's that opening kill onto Lex before being traded off, but it is going to be a retake. Winterfox is going to have to turn around and watch for this flank quickly. They may not be expecting it to come in.
And Automatic going to hide in this corner now, too, as Winterfox just roll right in here. They're going to try to shut down Automatic, but he exposes himself just a little bit too early. Nonetheless, gets the clothesline on Anger. Looking for another one here, and Valens elsewhere. Also picking up the kill to Devilwalk. They're slowly getting reduced, but XP3, he finds one shot, but the rest are now pushing, and the smoke comes in for the bomb. They're going to go for that defuse. Nobody's got a kit right now as Flowstick picks off Valens, and Sanks who's in there, too. He shuts down another one. They're going to have enough time, but they've got to get themselves onto that bomb, and there we go. Semphis is a kid anyway, so they should be good to go, but the defuse comes out from Sanks, and yeah, I was about to say they better let Semphis trade that one out, as otherwise I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have had enough time, but he's got it, and compLexity will be able to come out on top here with the fifth round, keep themselves competitive, and assuming they don't have any trouble with this second round here, more than likely can set themselves up to 8 points and get them within 2 points of tying up with Winterfox here.
It's a team ace from compLexity. Everyone grabbing 1 kill onto that pistol round, and that flank from Valens. Devilwalk's in a great spot with Tech 9 and armor to really help his team out when the retake comes in, but Valens eliminates him. So both pistol rounds go the way of compLexity, and despite only getting 2 gun rounds in the first half, they've actually put themselves in a solid spot. 6-10 now on their CT side. No investment from Winterfox with that plant, more than likely going to be a 3rd round buy.
And now for Winterfox, they go for a pretty straightforward take here. Mid's actually left, for the most part, completely open. Devilwalk, unfortunately, is going to end up getting cut down as they spot a little bit late, but the rest of the take is coming in through the apartments. That's not going so well either, and yeah, that round doesn't go very far at all, unfortunately, for Winterfox.
Yeah, they just got clotheslined right there in those halls, and Valens just spams through the smoke up towards Catwalk, gets 1 kill, brings the other one down low, so nothing comes from that pinch onto the B bomb site, but here's that AK-47 buy. Everyone buying them up. Galil's on Lex and Flow6 so they can have some extra utility, but Devilwalk and XP3 and Anger all with the higher powered rifle.
So they're going to go for the big buy up here this time and try to force it up for compLexity, though. Didn't really take any damage at all, obviously, in that previous round. No kills and not really a whole lot of damage to begin with going off one of those guys, so they're not really going to have a big edge on this one. In fact, Semphis now already upgrading to the Yop in this third round, so he's going to have a big gun for himself to work with here, too. And that's a lot more effort to work against. The trade begin, and it's 2 for 1 here. Semphis screws up his nade a little bit, but that doesn't matter. However, Devilwalk and Anger now with 2 kills they picked up. It's traded back evenly, and it leaves it into a 3-on-3 situation. Semphis still smoked off from jungle, so he can't find a way back in, but Semphis gets that shot on Anger. Completely blind and the luckiest headshot ever. Anger wasn't even firing. It's not like he gave himself away. He just shuts it down. Now Devilwalk, he's going to be able to pick up 1 kill, turns it around and try to shut down automatic, but he's moving in from behind. And Devilwalk's going to be a little bit too low to work this. XP3 is going to be the final player left in this play at this point. That bomb tank was a little bit out in the open. The smoke comes in from automatic once again. He moves in, not defusing it just yet, but he's going to push in, gets onto it now, and I don't think XP3 realizes this. He's not going to be able to take him out. Gets the headshot on the Semphis, but unfortunately let it go for too long, and now automatic's going to pop out after defusing. It takes out XP3.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication on the plant spot. XP3 seemed to think it was going to be on the side of the boxes, but Devilwalk had to plant it inside the bomb site, so XP3 didn't even have the angle through the smoke, even if he wanted to. Nice shot on Semphis, but a good round from compLexity. Another good retake once that bomb gets planted, much like the pistol round. They've got themselves up to 8, and it's going to be a save from Winterfox, even with that plant. They've upgraded some pistols. They have some smokes to work with, but still, no rifles on the board.
And we got that replay coming up there now. Again, that very nice shot that ended up coming out there from Semphis. And again, that although there was a little bit of a small blip in terms of what made a very good round defense there from those guys, that was obviously a big part. Taking it out, going to get another kill, but there's going to be Semphis opening it up once again. This is with the second shot, but Roka's coming out there from underneath, and he's going to be able to take it down. The rest that are coming in here through connector, Semphis is ready for these guys, and they're only going to be needed as Roka comes in. He picks up a kill. Sanks as well with the assist to take down Anger, and now it's just Flowsick here. He gets a nice headshot, though. Takes down Sanks, but still working a 1-on-3. He's got a rifle, but well, automatic catches him out, but he takes down automatic. Still has a chance of this one. Unfortunately, though, with no armor, it's going to be a little bit hard to work for it. No nades either, unfortunately.
He can find Semphis and turn this into a 1-on-1. He's got a real chance. Semphis only at 18 HP, but Flowsick's going to have to deal with Roka, and he comes through that Molotov as well. Takes a little bit of damage, but Roka repositions nicely. Good movement. Gets to the other side of the bomb site, and Flowsick isn't expecting it whatsoever. 9-10 now. We're going to see another buy this round out of Winterfox's, and now they have the money if they want to go up to those AWPs. They're all sitting around 6 grand. But we don't see any of them come out. Devilwalk may be able to pick one up. He was using it in the first half, even over XP3 at times, but... And he does. He decides to go for it. So Devilwalk showing off some op skills this match.
And he's going to take it right over here inside of the palace. Look for some aggression on the A site. Roka and Valen will be the ones to challenge him. And actually here too, he's going to get challenged right from the get-go as there's Roka pushing in, but he pays the price for that. Devilwalk is there and able to respond. Now they take him down. This is going to pull some attention here from compLexity over towards middle. They actually leave the site open, which thankfully is actually going to be a really good call here from compLexity. Now they're going to spot him. Nonetheless, though, Lex picks up an opening shot, takes down Semphis from inside the window. Sanks catching a response to as he gets himself on top of the pallets, and that's going to take down Anger. So they find it a trade, but still looking at compLexity a man down at this point, and no access to that site being given just as of yet as Lex is still trying to work for a take over here inside of the apartments, with the rest of Winterfox pulling back, potentially to work this into an ASIC, which is going to be the much better option, as it's only Valen's defending this site right now.
Yeah, Flowsick's got himself in a good spot in connector as well, but Valen's is going to be the real one who has to win out a battle, and Devilwalk can't time that shot. Just a little bit too slow. There's still one more to deal with. That's XP3. He grabs Valen's 3-on-1 now. Sanks gets dropped by Lex. Another 3 kill for him. Puts together a solid round. He's at 23-12 overall, leading the entire server. That's the 11th round for Winterfox, their first gun round. And because of all the damage they've been doing throughout these losses, compLexity's got to save. So they win 4 straight, but now they have no money to work with whatsoever. They're going to just be on pistols. So Winterfox can extend the lead just a little bit more.
And all the vibes come out for these guys once again. Devilwalk gets that off back into his hands. Not necessarily trusting XP3 with it just as of yet. And Devilwalk, of course, being able to pick up at least that 1 kill coming in from the previous round. Still going to be a good grab for him and the rest of the players on his team now in order to work this one. Flowsick working his way in towards underpass there. Might up challenging Semphis, but Semphis drops down. Not a lot of damage reconnecting, though, and a whole lot of intel off that play either, so they're going to lose a player. Automatic potentially might go down here to Lex as well as he pushes in. There's another kill for these guys, and they're just walking right into this site at this point. Sanks is going to move potentially to counter out Lex, but he doesn't realize Anger's coming up behind him on Cat there, so that takes him down. Roki even takes some damage through the smoke as XP3 grabs that kill, and just like that, it's all on Valen's inside of the market, and Lex picks him up too.
Yeah, nicely managed by Winterfox. Is not losing anyone, not even really taking damage whatsoever, so that economy that they have is continuously building up, and actually this might be a double save out of compLexity. They could force buy here, have some Famos and some M4s to work with, but they might want to have those AWPs. And either way, it's getting a little bit scary. This is kind of a big call to make, and they are going to force buy. So Roka, or not force buy, they are just going to buy up. Roka's got the Mag 7, but 3 Famoses on the board, no kits whatsoever. It's only Sanks with an M4.
And the rest of Winterfox here now, again, just go right back for the take they tried last one. They're going to keep the bomb held back for the time being here in case things don't go exactly the way they planned it. But Roka, unfortunately, although he has gone for the investment on this Mag 7 with his current position, unless they pull this back and go for a ramp along with a connector take here, probably not going to get too big of a chance to use this, so this will be wasted at least at the beginning of this round. However, pressure may end up coming towards connector, so if he can rotate into that spot, it might be useful after all. But a little bit of a battle getting started here, and Sepfis will end up coming out on top here first as the battle go over. Connector goes by his direction. He's going to pick down Flowstick, but Anger goes inside of the ladder room there, potentially to challenge him in a minute, but it doesn't look like that's going to be coming into fruition here. Semfis ends up falling back, and is probably going to remove himself over here towards Ticket Box instead.
Yeah, smart movement from Semfis, knowing that that's been given up. Devilwalk's going to try and find a pick up a ramp. He does spot one underneath balcony. There's actually two members there. Roka underneath, or close up to the ramp, and Valen's on top of the balcony. So that's going to be a little bit scary for Winterfoxes as they commit to this bomb site. And they hear the footsteps. They have the intel. And Anger, he's in window room. They could just wait for him on a ramp. Roka's going to get aggressive, though, with the shotgun. He takes one shot. He gets the kill. Everyone's blind, and he's found himself behind Devilwalk, and he gets that kill. So Roka just obliterates everyone. The bomb is down, and Anger on that flank. It was a good spot, but he's not able to start anything out for his team. And it's just a little bit too late as Roka takes the initiative and destroys everyone.
And he's only got 20 seconds left to work this entire round at this point, too. So they got themselves into secure positions. It might have been worth it to try and exit there through connector, but now he's going to get completely flushed. They haven't seen him. He's going to pop out, looks for the kill, but it doesn't come out. And automatic is going to be able to shut him down. That gives compLexity another point. They keep it close. And we're going to be looking at a 10-12 score line now with compLexity inching behind Winterfox. They, however, their money, at least in the case of Flow6, should be able to make up for anybody else that wouldn't be able to buy, but the only player that might just be at that point would be Anger, but with 4,600, that should still be plenty for a T-side buy-up. And yep, they're going to go directly for another rifle buy-up, I should say. Unfortunately, no op coming into play this time around. Hasn't been working out the greatest for Devilwalk, so I think they're just going to shy away from it here. It would also be stretching the money just a little bit there if they did go for it, so they'll stick with the rifles for the time being.
Yeah, and compLexity, they survived that first scary round with that force buy with the light, just mostly Famas and that Mag 7 from Roka, but now they've got to string them together. If they get reset here, that's going to be a really, really tough spot. That could put Winterfoxes on 14 very early on. compLexity only at 10, and either way, no presence over at the A bomb site for Winterfoxes. They're going to take mid control basically for free. Sepfis not being aggressive even with this AWP out that window. Now he's smoked off, so it's going to be up to Sanks and Valens, Connector and Catwalk to set up a nice crossfire.
Valen's there, Sanks, I should say, tries to make his way out over there towards middle, but unfortunately gets hit with a nade and a couple extra shots hitting in his direction too, so he's dropped down to 15 HP. He got hit with a headshot there through cover too, so that's going to screw him up a little bit, but the rest of Winterfox trying to push their way in through the apartments, but it's not going so well. They get flashed initially, and it's very, very slow, but there's Anger rolling in, gets the headshot to finish off Sanks. Devilwalk picking up another one here too. Roka try to move in here and try to catch that rotator there. It's going to be explosive, but he catches out. A nice 180-degree kill from him, and Semfis is still alive and well in this one too, so they bring it into a 2-on-1 scenario. The plant comes down. Not a whole lot of utility here from Winterfox, and in fact, there's none left at all here, so they've got to rely completely on their picks. Roka potentially jumping out from the window, and Semfis coming out the door there. Have to hold this nice and easily, but there we go. Anger rolls out, catches Roka before he can move in, but Semfis picks up his kill. Now it's a 1-on-1. Anger just has to sit back, waste some time. Semfis has got a kit, so he's got to play it out for the long game here. But again, that rotation has got to be perfect. He's moving around. He's doing it well for now. And playing a ring around the rosy. It looks like Anger is going to end up coming out on top, and he's got it at this point, so he's got to leave, but he grabs the kill anyway. And Winterfox pick up yet another round. The free op is gained for Anger. It's run out of the site. Should be able to survive, though. And now they're going to lead up 3 points. 3 more away from closing this one out. And they've also got this op back into their hands, too. And that'll get tossed over to XP3 now to give him a shot.
What a play from Anger. He works his way around that bomb site, around the corners of that site perfectly. He just counters Semfis completely. So no 2-on-1 win for Semfis, but a good take into that A site. And it was that damage they dealt on the players on Catwalk and in Connector that, yielded mid-control. Winterfox was able to just stroll up Catwalk and get some free kills into the bomb site. So nicely done from them. Now mid-push, or excuse me, a B-push, an underpass push from compLexity. They take out Flowsick, and they haven't taken any deaths in return. So Winterfox in a little bit of a tough spot.
Semfis pushes back now. Doesn't want to commit to this with the rest of his teammates here, as Roka is going to be there with these guys now. They start to fall back a little more, and again, obviously Winterfox have to take this a little bit more casually after losing that player, but a big commitment, and unfortunately, when they get the kill and they get back control of the back alley, so they can probably deduce that this is, at least for the time being, going to be pushed back over here towards the A site, but beyond that, not really a whole lot of intel gained from that sort of place, such as the location of the bomb and whatnot, but still, they predicted correctly, and they've got these two players moving over here. They're sitting over here on the platform at this point, waiting for the push to come in from the ramp, and that's going to be perfectly set up. Now it's going to rely on the fact that, again, they've got to hold this with the guns they have, and also nobody watching middle, so Anger's just going to get a free control of Connector, and he walks right in at this point, too.
Yeah, and they should wait for Anger. They should give him some time, and there he goes. He finds the first one. There's an off from Devilwalk as well. Opens things up. This entire defense has been destroyed. Semfis is in Connector, but Anger hears that out, and he also knows one's coming from the B bomb site, so nicely done from Anger, controlling middle, controlling Connector very, very well. And they delete compLexity from the map. 14-10 now for Winterfoxes, so compLexity, no more mistakes able to be given out.
And that round, of course, just goes completely the wrong way. They had a great setup to hold it, but Winterfox predicted right from the get-go as they go for that entry. None of those kills end up getting out in their direction, and of course, they're going to go for another buy at this point, but still, you can see the two FAMASs in play. Limited utility on those that did get FAMASs. Not going to be able to afford any big guns like an AWP and whatnot here, and it's going to be hurting them in a very big way, and this could potentially be the game-deciding round if Winterfox come out on top once again. So here they go, a little bit of a split-up dynamic this time, actually going for some mid-control, which we haven't really seen at least a majority of the team go for this a lot, but finally they're going to commit 2 players to it. They use this to take control of Cat, and also underpass being taken here as well, so this could work itself into a mid-A split, especially with the bomb in the back alley at this point too. Could really go either direction, but Roka gets aggressive. He's going to try to push in for the tunnels. Won't be finding anything there, as everybody's either in middle or the back alley at this point. And also another kill opening things up here from Lex. He shuts down automatic on an aggressive push. Almost catches Sanks there too, but Sanks thankfully is going to be able to avoid death for the time being.
Yeah, Lex has been a beast. He gets that opening. Look at Anger. He just comes up. No mid-control whatsoever for compLexity, and it's ruining them again and again. That time it's Anger with 2 entries, and it's just down to Semphis so quickly. And he's over by phone booth, coming up into this A bomb site. No one's really committed here either. A minute left on the clock, and Semphis in a 1-on-5. He's going to find the first kill, but now they know exactly where he is, and they might not even go to the B bomb site. They just might stay here. Devilwalk gets him right through the boxes. Didn't matter. He was getting wrapped around from CT spawn. And Winterfox is on a tear right now.
And there you have it. This is obviously going to be a 4-step buy from compLexity. Won't really have anything for it, though. This would be an absolute miracle if they can survive at this point, but the money situation is great for Winterfox. The buy is great for them. They've got that op back on the hands of Devilwalk once again here. Even an AK for XP3 as a bonus here. So just not going to be looking too potent here. Automatic getting the hands of a Mag 7, so maybe being able to work something with this one if the push comes his direction, but looking at it right now, that's not going to be the case. 3 players letting up to just work their way in from ramp, and compLexity going to try to play close forward. We saw this one last time. Roka, though, opens it up with a shot for himself, gets some more damage, and Sanks finds another one, so it's a 2-for-2 trade. Thankfully, XP3 is going to be there for Winterfox to save it for his team as they bring it into an even score for the time being, but now still no actual push onto that site as yet. They're a little bit fidgety, and Valens as well, still inside window room. He jumps out, and now he's got a flank opening up here on the Lex in just a second, but XP3 should be able to catch it if he looks towards that. Moving in for now, an automatic back over there in the corner too. Not sure if he wants to challenge that, as now the bomb's gone down as well, so they might be able to save this again. Valens gets 1 shot. Devilwalk, he doesn't even realize he misses this opportunity now to take him down, and there you have it. Sanks just rolls right out, shuts down Devilwalk, and they actually may have come through with the impossible. They save that round, and they keep themselves in this game for the time being.
Yeah, that's just kind of... I mean, here's the thing. Winterfox, if they keep having complete control in mid for free, I mean, they're eventually going to win this round. compLexity hasn't been able to stop anyone from getting in connector, but now that they have some weapons, Semphis, if he wants to get aggressive over towards window room, he can, but he doesn't have the spawn for it. He's going to head to the A bomb site with his AWP. And that was just a situation where in that 3-on-3 in the mid round, just all of compLexity won their 1-on-1 duels. So nicely done. Semphis goes into connector. He's peering over the smoke with that AWP. Can't find anything quite yet. No one from Winterfoxes has tried to cross over towards the boxes at the top of mid. They're playing very far back, waiting for any kind of aggression.
Sanks is going to crawl right back in here now, waiting for more of that play to come back over, but XP3 finding the opening kill for his team. Again, they're going to go back over towards middle to try to play it towards there. Nobody having a presence in the window at this point in time either. Sanks will be inside of ladder room, but a nade's going to connect over to him, and that brings him down to 53 HP. Anger moving in, catches Valens before he can retreat back within the A site there, and Sanks is still trapped too. He's going to try to go through window, but they've got eyes all over for this one, and another nade will bounce in. That'll get even more damage on him, bringing him to the 35. Thankfully, there's a smoke in window room, so he can keep himself alive for the time being, but Winterfox now still just creeping in nice and slowly. There's another kill that goes into Anger, and all of it falls again onto Automatic and Roka to try and hold things together for the compLexity squad. And they're even split up at this point, too, as they don't really know where that bomb has been pushed in from as of yet. If Automatic can pick up these 2 kills here, he might have a chance to maintain it and give his time for his teammate to rotate in there, but he picks up the bomb carrier. Also some luck from Roka, too, as he found a kill into Anger, so this round is not done just as of yet. Automatic happy with dropping the bomb, is going to fall back. But at the same time, a wedge has been pinched between these 2 players. You've got Flowsick there watching out in the crawl space for a cross to come out here. Roka, though, kills him as well, so they're back into this. They're both so low, but Automatic also finding an additional kill from within inside the market. Now everything goes into the hands of Devilwalk as he tries to clutch this out in a 1-on-2.
Yeah, this is a disaster for Winterfox. Up in a 5-on-3, and they somehow let it come back into a 2-on-1. So nothing really working out for him, and Devilwalk's trying to get some pop shots, tries to fake the bomb plant to get him to rush the site. He gets the first kill, but Roka, all he has to do is survive, and he does. Even though he doesn't get eliminated, he survives just half a second long enough as Devilwalk goes searching, but still, just walking on the edge of a knife right now is compLexity, 12-15.
And look at the money situation here from Winterfox once again, at least in the case of Flowsick. He's going to need to drop this time. Lex should still be good to go for his own buy-up, but he won't have the money to drop the rifle for his teammate. That's going to have to come from XP3, and XP3 actually buys it to a point where he actually has to downgrade to a Galil, so They're running low on cash flow at this point too, and if compLexity can pick up the 13th point here, then maybe, just maybe, they'll have an opportunity to swing themselves back into this matchup and tie things up to take us into OT.
That round, I mean, that was just, Winterfox could have done anything they wanted, and they spread out just a little bit too much, and that's what allowed compLexity to get back into it. They won all the duels, and I mean, Winterfox could have just grouped up and hit a bomb site, you know, screw the trades. In that kind of a situation, if they were all 5 going somewhere together, even just 4 going together, they would have overrun any defense that compLexity could have mounted, but they throw it away a little bit in the mid-round.
Winterfox gets free control of middle. No contestant on that coming out at all from compLexity at the beginning of this round. They just do a default 2-3 split with 3 players committed to the A site, 2 more sitting over here on the B site too. As well, that should be mentioned as well. That was a 2-on-5 round being picked up there by compLexity, so a pretty big steal away from those guys, considering what Winterfox basically had, and a huge advantage there. Not able to shut it down, and they were split up as well. One was on the A side, one was on the B side, so it was miraculous that they could get that. Take down Flosick, who was in between them. It was amazing. Flosick didn't manage to finish off Roka with how low he was, and then they just closed it out. There's a tag team 2-on-3.
Yeah, but I mean, once again, complete cat control from Winterfox. They haven't even been spotted, no damage been dealt, no real shots fired from compLexity. Roka takes some damage now, and that actually forces Sanks to rotate over, especially that kill from Devilwalk. That was huge. That leaves Automatic alone for just a second, and that allowed us Winterfoxes to get into this B bomb site now. I mean, this would even be a bigger miracle. No kits whatsoever on compLexity. Semphis and Valens have got to do something, but they're completely locked out of this B bomb site. Now Winterfox has complete control of market as well, so this retake is looking extremely dire.
They're trying to push back in, but they've got to use so much utility just to get themselves even into market at this point that it's not going to be looking so good for themselves here. Flosick holding back. He was the only one who took damage, but he's going to catch them first as they roll out. Get some damage on the Valens and trade that back from earlier. Brings him down to 49. Likes to finish it off. And then Semphis as well here, stuck down at 1 HP. Nothing he can do. Flosick finishes it off, and the final score is going to be 16-12 in the favor of Winterfox. Finally, Winterfox are able to win another game with those 2 players from Europe. And as for compLexity, man, not a good night for them.
No, not at all. Yeah, just extremely rough and surprising. Actually, I mean, we do have in 13 full halves of CT play. compLexity's only gotten 10 rounds once this season, so their defenses are struggling a little bit right now. But Winterfox, you got to say, Lex and Anger just go in beast mode and full carry mode for their team. They really win them that match. Very impressive play out of those two. Especially Lex on the defense had some incredible rounds and holds at that A bomb site. So they are going to take that one away. And on that note, we are going to take another break because our next matchup, our third of 6 matches tonight, is going to be 3SUP versus Follow Esports. Saw Follow Esports win against compLexity earlier in the first match on Dust 2, so they're going to have a second match of the evening. And we're going to see that when we come back in just a short bit.
Before we go, guys, once again, if you're interested in checking out the stats and all of that stuff that's been going on here at the Pro League, not only just in North America, but in Europe as well, be sure to go ahead and check out the theScore eSports app, available on the App Store as well as Google Play. Got a bunch of features on there, as well as a great news source as well for all the happenings that are happening in not only the Counter-Strike scene, but all the other esports scenes as well, League of Legends and all that. So be sure to go ahead and check them out. That's theScore eSports, available on all the usual app stores and whatnot. We'll be right back, guys, with our next match. Going to be between 3SUP and Follow Esports, coming up here in hopefully just a few minutes.